You're now in tune to CONVOS with Mr. Cooper.
Welcome to CONVOS. I'm Mr. Cooper. Thank you for joining me. You know, you could have been anywhere, but you're right here with me. That's dope. Trying to Jay-Z, that was the Jay-Z line. Whatever. Anyway, welcome to CONVOS. There's been a lot of changes, and I say that almost every show, right? For the past couple of shows, there's been a lot of changes going on from these new vaccines coming out to another shooting of a black man by a police officer. It's just a lot. It's a lot going on. So I wanted to start this show off by telling everybody, man, remain focused. Keep your eyes open and your antennas up. Stay ready. Stay prepared. Guard your families, and your loved ones. You know what I'm saying? Continue pressing forward and doing what you got to do for a better life for you and yours. All right? I just wanted to start the show off with a little bit of positivity on that. Man, I want to take this time to thank everybody on my Instagram. Yeah, a little something just happened. I just hit 10,000 followers on Instagram. So thank you for everybody that follows and that just vibing with me, coming along with this ride and this journey, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for the follows. Keep sharing. If you don't know already, you can see it right here, The Real Mr. Cooper. Go ahead, hit that follow button, Yeah, man. So I want to dive into today's show. It's a special show. Today is my first interview along this journey of a partnership with Music Breaker. For those of you that don't know what or who Music Breaker is, this is a new form and a new way to break independent artists, independent talent. This platform is wonderful. You can follow them at Music Breaker. I'm honored and blessed to be a part of this journey of independent scene and helping to break the next artist. I'm an artist myself, but at the core of it, I want to see people win. I want to see people win that have talent. I want to see people win that have the drive to succeed. And I'm here to help. And along with Seriez Network, myself, CONVOS with Mr. Cooper, we are interviewing today Miss Christina Jones. She goes by Christina Jones Official on Instagram. She was one of the first ones to submit a music review and a package that I provide on Music Breaker. And I look forward to talking with this young lady. I've been following what she's been doing since she came along, and I heard her music, her new single, and we're going to get to know her story, and we're going to get to talk to her and see who she is and welcome her to the CONVOS. All right? We'll be right back with more CONVOS. Mr. Cooper. And my guest, this lovely face that you see right now, this is my first Music Breaker exclusive. It took a while to book this lady. She's so busy. She's busy right now. She's doing her thing. But I did want to make sure that you all here on CONVOS get to know this young lady. All right? So, without further ado, I present to you Miss Christina Jones. How are you?
Doing good. Doing all right.
All right, Miss Christina. So, first and foremost, how did you become versed, or how did you hear about Music Breaker?
Music Breaker?
Yes.
Honestly, I think they reached out to me.
Mm.
I think I saw like a mention or something in Instagram, and I thought it was pretty cool. I didn't even really know that they listened to the song, but
Wow.
yeah.
So they reached out to you. They sought you out. That's what it was. Yeah, they sought you out. That's great. So, Music Breaker, you did a great job. She's here right now. So, all right, our first question is, who is Christina Jones and where are you from?
Well, I was just about to say my name. I don't know why I was about to say my name. Y'all know.
You can.
My name's Christina Jones. I live in Southern Illinois. How would I describe myself? Honestly, I honestly think I would describe myself as an all-around performer. You know, I love to sing, I love to dance, I love to act, I love to do voiceover work, and honestly, I love anything that has to do with the arts in general. Yeah, I would say that I'm an all-around performer.
That's great to know, and that's great to be. When did you know, or when did you first become interested in music?
I think that music has just kind of always been a part of my life and a part of who I am. I grew up singing around the house. I grew up humming and making up my own melodies and dancing to my own tune. Like, music has just kind of always been embedded in me. And so it wasn't really a question that it would be a part of my life and it would be a part of my career growing up, even when I was a child. I've always grown up with music. I have my dad to thank me for for my taste, I guess. Like, I always grew up with like old R&B and gospel and soul. And so because of that, music like that, like R&B and everything, has a really special place in my heart. And that's where I feel, I guess, the most alive. I know that wasn't part of the question, but like... No, actually, see, this is what you don't know. That was a perfect segue into, you know, who are your musical influences? Look at me go. Okay.
Perfect segue. So, no, but continue.
Okay, yeah. Growing up, I loved a lot of people growing up. Gladys Knight, I loved Tracy Chapman, I loved Whitney Houston, Ella Fitzgerald, Nancy Wilson, Dinah Washington. A lot of the legends, I would say.
Well versed. That's a legendary roster.
Like I have a deep love and respect, not even just for their voices, but the way that they perform and the way that they play, especially Nancy Wilson and Ella Fitzgerald. There's just something about the way that they perform, like it's just so I could go on for hours just talking about.
You know, I'll give you one fearless. They're very fearless in their performance. Yeah. Fearless, like it's another side, another confidence, you know, and that's a key component in being a great performer or being one of the greats. Is being able to hone in at a point to where you just don't care. You're free. You just don't care because it's your art. It's not their art. You get what I'm saying? And I think that's what those two ladies kind of personified. I'm a little, you know, my birthday is next Sunday, so I'm a little up there as well, you know. But I love that kind of music too. So that's dope to know that someone such as yourself kind of picks from that and keeps that tight to the vest, so to speak. Give our listeners a brief history of your journey coming up in this industry so far?
Yeah. So that's a lot of feedback. Sorry.
That's fine.
So I kind of just started performing around where I lived in high school, really. I started performing in different gigs and different festivals and things like that. Not even just to make money, but just to have the experience of being on a stage and being in shows and entertaining. And then eventually it got to the point where I auditioned for American Idol, and then I didn't expect it, but I got on the show, and I lasted up to like around 40. And I would say that throughout that journey of my life, because, you know, being a high school student, like I'm still fleshing out who I am as a person, let alone who I am as an artist. So having all of those performances and being in the places that I was, meeting the people that I met, it really forced me to really ask myself and look within myself of who I really am and what I want. And I think that just having singing experiences and not really experiencing anything else made me realize that I want to be more than just a singer, you know?
Gotcha.
I think that even though at that point I didn't really know who I was, and I still don't really know, you know, who I am as an artist. And I don't think I have to, honestly, because as people, as we grow, we change and we have new interests. But at that time, when I just didn't know jack shit what I wanted to do,
right, exactly.
It definitely gave me room to imagine and to be honest with myself, because I realized I wasn't being honest with myself. I was kind of just performing just to perform because it was expected of me, because I had been doing it for a while. But then eventually I had to sit myself down and be like, do I really enjoy this? Like, do I just want to do this for the rest of my life, or do I want to do something else? I want to do something else. So like, so yeah, like I think now in my journey, I'm learning how to be okay with not knowing where I'm gonna end up, but just doing what feels right. And it's been great. I mean, it used to be stressful because I'm a perfectionist and I'm also a control freak. So like I have to know everything at every set. Like I have to have a plan.
Right.
But it's nice to just let life take me where I need to go, you know?
Right. I mean, coming into your own as an artist, that's one thing. Coming into your own as a person, a woman, man, that's a whole different thing. But when you're able to mesh that together, find yourself first, and then I believe you'll find yourself as an artist or as an entertainer, whoever you aspire to be. You know, find yourself first. So you, like you said, you're still learning. There's a lot of things that you're learning and that you're doing, but you're doing, and that's important. So let's pivot. Let's talk about the single that got me kind of hype about doing this interview. What Love Means to Me. It was a music breaker, like I said, exclusive. I put it up on my page. You know, we had to showcase this song, and I believe it's something that's gonna really kind of touch a lot of people. I'll put it to you like that. I won't give too much away, but What Love Means to Me. What was the process, and what made you write this song?
So, plot twist, I'm not the one who wrote the song. Actually, this entire album that I'm doing that this song is a part of is a collaboration between me and a woman in Germany named Kimiko Ishizaka.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she wrote it. Oh, wow. So you delivered it.
Yeah.
You delivered oh, wow. That was dope. That's dope. That's dope. How was it working with her in the process of working on this collaboration? How was it?
Yeah, it was really interesting just because everything was online. Because of COVID and being across the world from each other, there's not really much that we could do besides have a couple Zoom calls and then work on our own. But it was really nice getting to know her and know her story and the reasons why she wrote all of these songs. And it helped me a lot in the delivery, because when I read the lyrics again, having known the story that she told me, it gave me a lot more, not only just like a lot more to work with, but a lot. The story was clearer to me and the meaning was clearer to me than it already was.
Right.
But yeah, it was a really interesting experience, and I'm really glad that I got to work with her on this song.
Throughout COVID, though, you said it was kind of crazy because of that. I understand that, but the fact that something was built in a time where you put it like this, there's a timestamp. There's going to be a timestamp on anything that happened in 2020. You know what I mean? Like, so when people hear the song or hear anything that was created in 2020 and it's out 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, hell, 50 years from now, they'll be able to really timestamp, when it was created and when it was put together. And during that time, you had people that bowed down to what was going on in the pandemic. We, in my circle, we called it the plandemic, because in 2020, we were knocking out plans left and right, you know what I mean, and continuing to push, and that's what you did with this project. So what's your creative process like? What's Christina Jones, what's your creative process when you're thinking about making a song or even thinking about making a hit? What's your creative process?
It's hard. Sometimes my creative process can be blocked by what I think people want to hear rather than what I want to put out. So a lot of times I have to isolate myself from the world almost and figure out what I want to do. I always start with lyrics because I'm a very lyrical person. I love the way that I love the way that people can play around with words, I guess. And I just love playing with words. So I always come up with lyrics first and then a melody comes. But sometimes that can be, kind of difficult because, again, like I'm asking myself, like, okay, is this going to be popular? Like, is this going to be a cool sound that people are going to like, I'm trying to like put it together because it's a very difficult process. Like sometimes I'll take like weeks to write a song, and then sometimes I'll just sit down and write it in a couple of hours.
It varies.
Yeah, it really, really varies. But I think it all depends on how connected I am to myself in that moment. And sometimes it takes longer than other times.
Okay. So let's pivot. Before, off camera, I talked to you about what I saw when I looked at your Instagram, for instance. And this is the time that I'm going to plug her Instagram. So you look at the bottom somewhere, either right here or in front of her, it'll be Christina Jones Official. Am I correct on that?
Yep.
Okay. Christina Jones Official. Yes. Go on her Instagram. You will see who this young woman is. And I told her she has the mark of all around entertainment. And I wanted to talk about that really quick, just kind of pivot from the music a little bit because that's a part of your entertainment. But you have this presence about you. You can be top actress, comedian, whoever you decide to be. So where does the love of that come from?
Again, I think that that's just something that I've always had. I'm just a goofy person by nature, honestly. Like I'm just a very goofy person. Like off camera, I think my family can't stand me sometimes because I'll be in my room screaming or being like, blah, 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 like just like doing whatever I want to do. Because I like being weird. I like expressing myself without having to explain myself, you know?
Right.
And there's just something about acting, there's just something about telling a story in a way that only you can, that just makes me feel alive, you know? Like it just, yeah.
Now you can tell it comes out, and like I told y'all, go follow her page, and you'll see what I see. She's hilarious. I'm not even gonna front. I know we're here for music, but she's hilarious. You make sure you go and look at her page. Okay, so now we get into the portion, you know, where I have my final questions, and these are kind of spitfire. But what else? What other music are you streaming? You know, what's in your playlist right now? What are you bopping to these days? Yes.
What am I bopping to? Jasmine Sullivan, definitely Jasmine Sullivan. Emily King, I love. I think I covered one of her songs in my series Saturday Jazz. Her song Distance. There's just something about the tone of her voice and the airiness of her voice, and just the pulled back style of music that she it's really cool, and I just really love her music. And also with Jasmine, just the raw passion in her voice, like, and the way that she's just so playful. She's just so playful with everything. Yeah, like I'm obsessed. I will sit there for hours and try to mimic, and I just can't. Like, I will try so hard, and I'll be like, "Boy, please." Yeah. And I'm like, that's only something she can do. That's
hers. Let's leave that with Jasmine. Yeah, that's hers. Yeah, let's. Jazzy, you got it. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jasmine Sullivan, Emily King. Oh, Anderson .Paak. I love Anderson .Paak.
He's dope.
Absolutely love Anderson .Paak.
He's dope.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also didn't know that he drums on all of his. I didn't figure that out until recently. I don't know why I didn't know that.
Really?
I didn't know that.
I mean, he seems to perform in front of a drum set a lot.
I know, but I just listen to music, and I'm just like, oh, he's a great entertainer. And then I saw him actually play. I think it was at a Tiny Desk concert. I was like,
yeah.
Wait, he drums too?
Yeah, he's a percussionist. He cold.
Yeah.
He's cold. But he's dope. Those are some dope artists. What motivates you to go as hard as you do? Like, what keeps you going?
The way that I surprise myself. Because there are a lot of times where I have imposter syndrome, and I think that I don't deserve anything that I accomplish. But when I reflect and I end up doing something that I didn't even know that I could do, that's how I know, like, if I can do more, then I deserve more, you know? I think I said this in another conversation with somebody. I said I dream big because I know that I can be big. Because, I mean, there's...
Hold on, somebody, hey, for those of you in the back, you guys in the back, Didn't hear that. I want her to say it again. I'm sorry.
That's okay, yeah.
Are you listening? Okay, all right. Shut up. Go. Say it again.
I said I dream big because I know that I can be big. And I don't think that just applies to me. I think that applies to any artist who isn't taking the steps to get to where they want to be. Like, if you know that you have a gift and you know that it's a damn good gift that people want to see and that you want to share with the world, why not share it?
Why not?
You know, why keep that to yourself? You're torturing yourself if you do that. And I don't want to torture myself. Like, I wasn't put on this earth to torture myself and not share anything. I was put on this earth to give. It doesn't matter what I'm giving. If I'm giving happiness, if I'm giving inspiration, even if I'm giving sadness or sorrow, like, I was put on this earth to give. And so if I can give in bigger and bigger amounts, more of myself to more people, then I'll know that I have done myself justice, and I'll know that I have done my life justice, honestly. And also, it's just fun. Like, it's just fun. It's just really fun to climb.
Come on.
But
it is. Listen, everyone, this was a dope and enlightening interview. Like, I told you all. Didn't I tell y'all? Told y'all. All right. This is Christina Jones. You can follow her at Christina Jones Official. And before we get out of here, I want you to plug everything. Let everybody know where they can find, where they can stream your music, everything. Just give it to them right now.
I got my. Oh.
Go ahead, Dave.
All right. I got my Instagram, Christina Jones Official. I got my Facebook page, just Christina A. Jones. I also have a website. It's at www.christinajones.com. And then I just post goofy shit on my TikTok, so you can follow my TikTok if you want to. It's just _Christina Jones. Those are all my plugs.
You heard her. This has been our Music Breaker exclusive right here on CONVOS with Mr. Cooper. I'll be right back. Man, that was a great interview. Actually, that was a great interview with Christina Jones. As you can see, she is a young woman that knows what she wants within this entire industry, and I believe she's going to go and check out her music. Make sure you follow her at Christina Jones Official. And just I told her after the entire interview that, you know, I look forward to seeing where she goes in her career, and I know she's gonna make it. Man, again, thank you all for joining us right here on CONVOS. Again, like I say all the time, make sure you subscribe to the network. Let's watch.signatureseriesnetwork.com. $1.99 a month, 14-day free trial. Come on, join in on the revolution. Shift is here. Also, make sure you stream Mari Ben Raw. Yeah, I said it. I can say that. I can do that. You know what I mean? Mari Ben Raw, out the way. Streaming on all platforms. I Need the Bag, Blaze Hunter, streaming on all platforms. Just Me, Who is Nardo, streaming on all platforms. Myself, Mr. Cooper, My Life in Black and White, No Mercy, streaming on all platforms. Make sure you add us to your playlist. Again, I am Mr. Cooper. This has been CONVOS. Thank y'all for joining us. We'll see you next time. Yeah.
CONVOS with Mr. Cooper.